really quick? Yo, y'all in here?
I get. I'm good now.
Yo,
Hey, let's go. Yeah, so I don't know. I have some great mods that run the Discord, and it always happens. Somebody that's just joined the Discord or doesn't have certain permissions can't talk, but we took care of it. So it's officially episode 3, Zone Zero. Got the young prodigy Skippy as our special guest, and accompanied by Coach Jesu. How you guys doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Hey, you already know I'm ecstatic for this one. First stream of the week, and I've been loving doing the podcast as kind of the first stream because I work Thursdays, so usually I'm a little tired, don't want to stream. But now that I've been doing the podcast, bringing on guests, it's been a blast. How about you, Jason? How you feeling tonight?
beautiful, my man. I mean, it's the week is kind of over for me. I took tomorrow off for RCS, so I'm amped up, man. I'm excited. Let's
Nice, nice. I love it. And so Jason will actually be playing with Papa B in our 30 plus tourney Saturday night. So good luck in that. I don't know if you saw, but Hootie and James Bot are playing, which I can't believe. So that's going to be crazy. But hey, welcome in, Papa B. Speak of the devil. There he is. I want to 5 up as well. Welcome in, y'all. But we're going to get right into it. I think, number one thing on everybody's mind is you guys, in Open Qual 1, you guys finished, what number in 11th? Is that right, Skippy?
Yeah, we got 11th. Hold on, real quick. Realize wants to join now, so I'm gonna add him to
Hey,
the call.
hey, bring him in, bring him in.
Ah,
I think it was ninth to 11th. So I think goal
yeah,
differential put us at 11th, but the two teams that ended ninth and 10th, we actually beat them through the quals. So we got the same points as them overall.
Okay. So I was looking at that and I seen it did say ninth to 11th, and I thought it was kind of in order, but so it was ninth to 11th, and then 17th to 24th, and then this time obviously top 16 already, depending how it goes. I can't tell because I have streamer mode on, but it is Realize in here?
yeah, he is.
Yo,
Yo, welcome in, my guy. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yo, I'm doing great. I realized I think I had Panda and Skippy. Skippy, I've had you on for a show match as well, right?
No.
Okay. So next week.
Every time we scheduled, like it just got
Yeah,
canceled.
got you. Something came up. Yo, we got it. I got to get both you guys in on some show matches. Even if you want to do twos, whatever, I'm with it. But yeah, just to catch you up, Realize, we're basically just getting started. You came at a perfect time. First of all, thanks so much for being here. But yeah, I just want to kind of get your guys' thoughts. Skippy can go first, then Realize, then Jesu. Was this something that you guys kind of expected? Did you guys expect to be, top 12, top 16? And how you guys feeling about the squad right now?
Okay. So at first I didn't think we were gonna make it because we were teaming for like probably like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and until our first RLCS, and we played like the draw and everything, and
Yeah.
we didn't even get past day one. So like I was like, this team is not gonna do great, and then
It's chalk.
we went RLCS and we performed and we made the regional the first time, and yeah, I mean we should have made the second one, but we got reverse swept. So I mean that kind of killed us, but we came back strong in the third one, and we made the third one now.
Yeah, I love it. And what about you, Realize?
Um, like at first it was pretty chalked, like Skippy said. And then I mean I had faith that we were, but I just knew that we kind of had to not peak, but just individually all play good to make it.
Yeah.
And leading up to it, like day 2, we ended up losing to deleted. And then the start of day 3, I forget who we played, but we just started getting momentum. And once we were playing Omelet after we beat Detonate, I kind of knew that we had it in the bag. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice. I love that. And speaking of Omelet, that'll be your first matchup tomorrow, right?
Oh, it will. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know they're performing well right now, so that's gonna be an absolute banger matchup. And Jesu, so let me ask you, kind of same thing. Did you expect these results so quickly? How you feeling about the team overall?
Yeah, I mean, I think at the first couple of weeks we were just trying to build cam and kind of vibe as
Yeah.
a team, and also trying to figure out rotations too, because the team is so green. Like,
Yeah.
it had only just been a couple weeks that they've been together, and something clicked during the quals, and it wasn't even so much rotations or anything like that. They were just playing instinctually, and they got in that locked in kind of presence of mind, and I knew it was over. Like, once I found that, it was game over. And so yeah, we made it in, and then on top of that, the following week, scrims were going great. We performed. The other thing is too is like once we actually got to the RLCS, it's like, okay, it's one thing to make it,
Yeah.
but like we just want to go out there and not go 0-3.
Right.
Like, at least pick up a series or even pick up. Actually, to be honest with you, our only goal for the whole event
Take a game.
was just to take a game.
Yeah.
That was it. That was just to come in, take a game, see if we could go from there. And we ended up beating NRG in the first series and made, I would say, quite a ripple in the RLCS community
Yeah.
that was kind of popping off. So we made some waves. I like that. We ended up beating Snowman as well. Took a game off SSG. And I think we just, overall, like, kind of exceeded everyone's expectations
Yeah.
going into that. So, yeah, like we talked about beforehand, finished 9th to 11th.
Yeah.
Was super impressed with that. And then our second quals, things were going good, but yeah, we played incorrect, and they got the reverse sweep on us. We were
Yeah.
so close to making it back in, like super close. And it just so happened to be this third. While we were sitting on the sidelines watching them play in the RLCS, we got the work. We were looking at our replays, getting some new rotations
Yeah.
in to improve our floor and everything. And yeah, I think we put that all into work there in the final one, the third qual. We got our rematch against them, which was awesome. And you could just tell we're just a better team now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we beat them 3-1, so, and pretty dominating.
Locked in.
Yeah.
And I love it. I anybody that knows me knows, I played a lot of sports. I still play competitive basketball, and I love to kind of compare traditional sports to esports. And it's, you said it, you said something clicked. It wasn't even necessarily rotations. It was just an instinctual kind of thing. They all three, and you can almost like call it kind of like the X factor, right? Or ice, right? And yeah, that's a beautiful thing to see, I'm sure, especially, not only as the player, but as the coach, seeing this in real time, clicking, making top 9 to 11. That's pretty unreal. So let me ask you guys, and I get you, but everybody's prediction as well. And we'll do Skippy, Realize, Jason, kind of in that order. What's the hopes for this weekend? I mean, how far you guys think you're going to be able to match that 9 to 11, even potentially, go above that, or are you just kind of happy where you're at because as the chemistry builds, as you guys grow as a team, it's only up from here?
I think my goal this regional is to just make the top 8, get some RLCS points, and then next regional or whatever, just try to get as close as we can to the major. And I think that's my goal for everything.
Got you.
I genuinely believe we can make a top 8, and if we
Yeah.
get like a blessed bracket or something,
Yep.
maybe sneak into like a top 4, and then second split, hopefully just be more consistent with the results.
Yeah. I echo like all that. I think our first kind of appearance in, we fatigued pretty quick because we got into a locked in state in our first 3 series.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did really, really well in those, but it fatigued us. And we've worked on our endurance and just overall play style to improve on that. So I'm hoping, we can break through into that top 8. That's kind of like, I would say, the optimal goal, then go from there. But any improvement really would be ideal.
Yeah, and you guys know I'll be cheering you on. Absolute best luck, and I believe it as well. And especially if you get a good bracket, if the bracket goes your way, I could see you guys making it really far. But let me get some history of young whippersnappers, and I guess I'll send this one to Realize first, because Skippy, for those that don't know, you're the newest addition. So Realize, give me a little history, if you don't mind, of how it kind of started and how it got to where it is today.
Yeah, so a few months ago, me and Panda were teaming, and Jathan kind of like binded us together, I guess, like created, I don't know, a certain space where we all felt comfortable with each other. And so it was originally me, Jathan, and Panda. And then I want to say like a month ago, or like a month and a half ago, Jathan was thinking about taking a break from the game.
Ah,
And so once he told us that, me and Panda were like, okay, we got to find a new third. And we ended up trying out a bunch of people, but like we just saw a potential Skippy, and that just kind of caught our eye. And we were like, we knew that if we started like peaking with Skippy, things would go very well, and our floor would be raised as well as our peak. So yeah, that's kind of where we were at. And then right when we picked up Skippy, we also picked up Jesu,
yeah.
and he's been like a phenomenal coach so far. So yeah, that's kind of how everything went down.
Nice, nice, and yeah, I love it. I've known Jason, like I said, for a little bit because I know Papa B 5 Up and First Class in them, so I love to see him, having this much success as well. And let me ask you, Skippy. So kind of give me your history. Were you with some teams before this, some tryouts? Because I know your name was getting out there a lot, but nothing really solid had really popped up until this. So what kind of, were you on Lotus 8 there for a minute? Did you play with them?
I was trying out with them. Yeah, I
Okay.
was gonna play with them, and then I guess Panda asked me because I teamed with Panda before, and he just asked me if I wanted to try out with him, so I got to try out with him, and then I guess things fit together, and I joined them. But I mean, yeah, I was gonna originally like team with Lotus 8 with Lev and Naya, and then it just went. They asked me for a tryout, so I went with Panda and realized.
Nice. I like it. And yeah, so I actually did the team stream for Lotus 8 last week, and it was AZAP, Nightya, and oh my gosh, so you guys know the third, right? Who was the Dribs, I believe.
I have no
I, I
idea.
I think that it
The
was
Dribs are
Dribs.
like drip.
Yeah, and yeah, now I think Nightya and Dribs are looking for a third again. But yeah, I was pumped to see that, and I won't even lie, I didn't really realize. I was like, man, what happened to Skippy? I thought he was gonna be on Lotus A, and then all of a sudden it's young whippersnappers, which obviously casting the draw, all kinds of weeklies and stuff. I had already seen the name, and I knew Pand. I wasn't too familiar with Realize and Jathan maybe a little bit. But yeah, I just love seeing it. You know what I mean? I love to see people winning, but especially people I know and people that I see, out here grinding, really trying to get it. I love it. So I guess Jesu, I know you said, you want to let them be in the spotlight a little bit, but give us a quick history with you as well. How is your coaching? What different teams have you coached up to this level, and have any of the teams ever, finished this high?
Yeah, so no one's ever finished as high.
Okay.
So blessed to be coaching this team. Love the guys. Love the performance they've been putting out. I started back in the start of 2022 with Untamed Esports. That was Seven, G-Man, and Buffy.
Okay.
So G-Man and Buffy are actually playing on that G Buffalo
Yeah.
team. Yeah, and they broke through in the second qual there. So glad to see them playing on a high level right now as
Yeah.
well. And then I moved on from that to pre-jump, which was originally Setch, Buffy, and I forgot the other player there. It's just kind of blowing past me. Blinksy, cool
There you
guy.
go. I was gonna say you'd remember eventually.
Yeah, and then we played on First Class, which was obviously
Deck.
Deck, 5 Up,
Yeah.
and Buffy, and Jathan was there for a little bit as well. But yeah, that was a great team, First Class. Yeah, I was gonna see big things happen there, but obviously 5 Up had to get picked up by the pro team. Super happy for him, but it kind of left me kind of thinking, what am I gonna do? And
Yeah.
then who was it? Was it Panda that reached out to me? I think it was Panda that said, "Are you?"
It was
you
probably
gonna-"
Panda.
Yeah, he asked if I want to come over
Yeah.
and coach these guys, and how could I resist? These guys are so talented. So yeah,
Yeah. Man,
here we are.
I love it, and it kind of gives me some backstory that I didn't realize. So you came to First Class with Buffy, then I assume, or did you already know Papa and 5 Up as well?
No, I came there before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jathan had been scouting me for quite some time. I've known Jathan forever.
Okay.
and he had been scouting me for some time, and he said, "Yo, come over, come over, come over." And I have a rule that I put on myself, whereas I'll never leave a roster unless they make some kind of internal roster change. And
Got
Free
you.
Jump made a bunch of roster changes. I wasn't really fond of them, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna take this time to, step over, and that's when I joined up because it had five up on the team, it had Jathan on the team, two of my close friends. I was like, how can I not come here? Yeah, and then eventually Jathan actually took a break there as well, and we brought Buffy over, and the team was making main events in the draw and stuff like that. So yeah, it was really good.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. I loved it. I'm a big first class supporter. And I have to say, Five Up was my first guest. So we had Fear on 2 weeks ago, and then the first guest was Five Up. I'm a big fan, but something I have to say
Absolutely.
that I love about, you, Papa, all that is, you know, there's no at all resentment. Like Five Up got that opportunity, and you guys are like, man, you got to take it. You know what I mean? And we're gonna not only be cool with it, but we're gonna cheer you on. So I love it. And go ahead. Are you gonna say something?
Oh, I was gonna say absolutely. Like we
Yeah.
knew from the start that he was putting in crazy amounts of work, and he had this just grind attitude. And apps. This is just a player that purely loves the game.
Yeah.
Like he just loves the game. There's something special about that. So we knew at some point, something was gonna happen where he got an offer. And we told him beforehand. We're like, if something comes up, dude, you take that.
Right.
You take it and run, dude. And yeah, just so happy for him.
Yeah, thankfully it wasn't NRG because then he would have been kicked to the curb after a week. Like, no, I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing.
Yeah, good for him.
Right. But yeah, I've been excited for it. Feel bad for Toasty. I'm sure he'll end up somewhere good. But with them finishing consistent top 8, I mean, especially if they do it again, like you can't switch back on that. But back to you guys. So something we like to do on here, and this is kind of where we'll go from here. Kind of get to know your history with Rocket League in general. So I ask you guys a few questions. Then, I like to get to know you guys a little bit off the pitch as well. But we'll start with Skippy, and then go over to Realize. When did you start playing Rocket League? How so a 3-part question. So when did you start playing? How many hours do you roughly have now? And at what point did you lock in and say, hey, this is going to be, what I do. This is number one.
Okay, so I started like 2015. Like I was like 9 years old, and my friend showed me the game, and I like instantly fell in love with it. But I didn't want to play it competitively. I wanted to be a freestyler.
Okay.
But then like free to play season 2, I hit SSL in twos, and then I went straight back down like to like GC1, and it demotivated
Wow.
me because I was like just a freestyler. So like was like I was going for clips, and then if I didn't
Yeah.
hit the clip, I got scored on.
Yeah.
But I mean, I went from that to that, and then season 5 is when it really hit me. Is when I hit 2K, and then Flitz was really hyping me up. Then that's when it like hit me that like people could actually like see my potential with the
Yeah.
game. Because Flitz, when Voice Chat first came out, I met Flitz, and then Flitz was so like hyping me up and like call and like all that, and then Smith also hit me up. But after that, I mean, I just started grinding a lot more, and then I got top 101s. I was on a Fear show match. I got swept, but I mean, hey,
Hey.
it was still a show match. But
Yes, sir.
um, I mean, and then I just like started grinding even more. I made Salt Mine, made main event, and then I got swept out of that too, but it's alright. And then I mean, yeah, I just kind of got to where I'm at today, but I have like around 7,000 hours in the game right now.
Okay.
And I
So
forget the third question, unless I
So
got that
I
one.
know you got it. You got it. Well, I was gonna actually kind of elaborate on it. So, what was that time frame? When you said Flitz start hyping you up, I assume you're saying that's the time when you kind of locked in and said, "Hey, I'm gonna go for this." Do you know the time frame on that? How long
Uh,
ago that
uh,
was?
it was probably like a year and a half ago, honestly,
Okay.
like 2 year and a half. I don't really remember. It was when voice chat came out. I know that like the voice chat like with your teammates.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute now. And yeah, so kind of same question. Or well, before we go to Realize, so you said you got top 100, or no, you got SSL free to play season 2, and you started in 2015. So you weren't low rank very long at all. You seemed to pick up pretty quickly. I assume.
Yeah, I was like 12 years old when I first hit like original GC.
Okay.
I hit GC when I was 12, and then yeah, I kind of like started grinding from there, but like I didn't grind competitively. I was
Right.
just going for clips.
Nice. Yeah, I love what you said that with that freestyle mentality, you either get the clip, you're hype, or you get scored on, and there's no in between because you're all in. And funny story, you said 2015 was the first time you played. I actually played in 2015 as well, but we had the exact polar opposite. My buddy got me to get the game. It was free to download on PlayStation. I downloaded it. I said, "What the hell is this little kid soccer car game you have?" And he probably said, "This game is trash." And then literally didn't touch it again for like 5 years. And I just can't help but beat myself up about it. Cause I'm like, man, imagine I've been on the scene since 2015, been playing, but everything works out for a reason. So realize same question, when did you get first started? When did you kind of lock in and say, "Hey, I'm going to take this very, very serious"? And, about how many hours do you have?
Yeah, so probably around like late 2016 or early 2017, I started getting into the game. And one of my IRLs kind of showed me Rocket League, and I had a lot of fun on the game. And then I kind of stopped for a little bit, and then I was going on YouTube a lot, and I saw that Wolfless or Wolfles was making a bunch of videos with like Neat Mike and John Sandman,
Yeah.
and that kind of like I don't know, it got me very entertained, and then I started getting into the game more. And I was also trying to be a freestyler and not a pro, or like not a highly competitive
Right,
player.
right.
And because I just loved watching like MK and Jazer and like those type of people on like their montages. And like 2019 or 2020, I was like C3, and I was on console.
Nice.
Um,
I started console too.
and then yeah, and then once free to play came out, I got a PC. Then the first season, like I feel like my mechs were pretty good for the time, and then I just started hard grinding threes. Whether that was like rank B6 mans or just like the game mode
Yeah, comp.
or just private matches with friends. And then I got SSL, my first season of free to play. And then I started getting to like higher lobbies with pros, and then pros kind of started noticing who I was, and then I kind of made a lot of connections through there. And then I kind of got into a friend group with Scribbles and like Dead End, if you know who that is.
Now, I know
And
Scribbles, but I don't know Dead End.
yeah, he used to be very good, but he
Okay.
took a big break from the game. He was
Nice.
like a high B plus low A player,
Ah, okay.
and so I was in their friend group, and they kind of like they were my first team pretty much. But at the time, Scribbles was like 12, maybe he was even 11. I
Yeah,
don't
because he's
remember.
young still.
Yeah. And I used to just do tourneys with them, and like just weeklies, like cross
Frost, Stride, yeah.
weeklies, like whatever like trolley thing
Yeah.
was out there. And I kept doing those, and then probably late. I want to say like late 2022 or like mid 2022. I got B plus, and after that, I just kept grinding threes. But I was always kind of on low hours, because I would just kind of play the game for fun
Yeah.
for the most part. And then I kept getting up in twos and threes. I don't really play ones though, so I didn't get up in that. But like me, Scribbles, and Guh started teaming for a little while under the name Landon Esports, and we ended up doing this like I think it was like a 2,000 or like a $2,500 Frost Weekly,
Wow.
and we ended up getting second in it. We
Oh,
lost to like
nice.
Charlotte, Phoenix, or like Wavy Dot and
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah.
And that like tournament like propelled us all like individually, and we started like screaming a little bit together. And then Scribbles, like obviously he's insane, so he kept
Yeah.
getting like different tryouts and stuff. And this was like during the summer. um and we kind of, I don't know, we like stayed playing with each other, but at the same time like I kind of took a big break from the game, maybe like a 3 month break,
Ah,
and then I got back into it again, like late 2023 maybe, and then that's when me, Panda, and Jathan were kind of teaming, and
starting
I
up.
found like yeah, started getting like good results again, and that's like kind of where my passion was. I was like, if I hard grind this game, if I start putting in like 70 past two, I think I'll be able to go somewhere, and then the rest of the story.
Yeah.
And I have roughly probably around like 5.5k hours.
That makes me feel terrible because I'm like pushing 4K hours myself. But yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate the in-depth
Yeah,
history. I mean, that's exactly what I was looking for, kind of, the behind the scenes, because everybody, knows your guys' names when you hit that top
yeah,
9 to 11,
exactly.
but they don't know, what went into that, and what kind of sparked that passion. And I think it's funny. So it kind of fits the name, right? You guys are our young squad, and you guys all started as wanting to be freestylers, and it's funny because that's kind of how it is, right? Old heads like me, Jason, and stuff. We're like, all right, we can't do all that crazy mechy stuff, but we can play smart and get to a decent rank, So I have to ask, is Panda, did he start that way as well? Did he really like to, freestyle and have fun with it? Is that, his kind of story as well?
I have no clue about Panda's story.
Yeah, I
Realize
don't
Panda
think.
realize
Nah,
he
nah,
doesn't
nah.
belong up
There's
there.
no shot. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't think Panda came up as a freestyler. I
Gotcha.
think
I think
he
I
I think
think
he
Panda
came
was
up as
more
like
of
a
like
hoops
a
player.
yeah, he was more of like
Oh,
Yeah.
a
He
yeah.
actually farms hoops tourneys. Like, is there like an $800 one every week that he just farms or something
It's $100, but like every month
$100?
they have like a $800 one.
Yeah. Now this guy actually is probably the best hoops player
nice.
in the
Panda the
world.
hoops main.
Yeah, he's just a huge hoops
I
fan.
love
That's
hoops.
how I know. That's how he got up, I guess. Him and Ian.
Nice. I'll have to have him in a hoop show match. I did a top 100 hoop show match before, but looking to do another. But yeah, I love hoops. I say it all the time. I twos is my favorite mode, but then it's right. The hoops is next. Like
Yeah.
it's a fun mode. And Jason, let me ask you. So you don't. I know, like I said, you wanted to let them be in the spotlight a little bit more, but we'll get a little briefer history from Jason. So when did you start playing the game, and when did you kind of find your passion for coaching and decide you wanted to go down that path?
Oh no, it's shocked. You're asking about my gameplay.
Jason,
I had
Jason,
my daughter.
tell
Yeah,
him
go ahead.
when you first started like gaming.
First started gaming.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
dude,
this guy was a
all the
like 2001 gamer.
yeah, all the way
Yeah,
back.
I beat that.
2001, 2000, 2002, I think. I was I don't know, 15 playing Counter-Strike. Back in the day on the dial-up, you had to dial in. Remember that,
Yeah,
Zed?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Of course.
Yeah.
See, my first online was SOCOM 2 on PlayStation 2. I was top 4,000 in the world. I was a little beast at that game. But I mean, I started gaming probably like 1994, 1995 when I was 4 or 5 years old. I had my Game Boy and NES, which I'm sure you did as well, Jesu.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, we all had those growing up.
Yes,
I
sir.
I remember playing those like frog games and stuff. But yeah, for Rocket League, it was I had my first daughter was born 8 years ago, so right when the game came out,
Okay.
and I bought a computer to put in front of the TV, and I was sitting there, and I'm like, what can I play on a controller? Because like
Ah, yeah.
I gotta hold my daughter, so I'm like trying to figure out what I can play. I just started chipping away at Rocket League, and a couple of years later, the rest is history. I got decently good at it after a few years, up to like the GC rank. We used to be like the top
Right,
rank,
the
right?
highest, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I felt like I had nothing else to do, so I started streaming and coaching people. And eventually, Seven was in my chat and asked me if I wanted to come actually coach a bubble team. And then the rest is history. I love coaching. It's a lot of fun. kind of fun playing vicariously through the players. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And
Super rewarding.
yeah. So you think 7, that was what kind of sparked the, going from a hobby to actually, something that, is kind of a passion and maybe even, a potential career?
Yeah, I mean, I you know me, I'm turning 36 this year, so I don't know if coaching will ever be enough to even at a professional at the highest level. I don't think it would ever be something that could take away from a day job,
Right.
but it definitely is the most passionate hobby that I could ask for. I love coaching. It's a lot of
Nice.
fun. And it's a lot of fun to see, these guys, make it into the Rocket League like as a professionals as well and seeing like their dreams, starting to unfold, which is really cool to see. So
Yeah, absolutely. I love it, and I know you have a lot of passion for it. And it's something I've actually considered. I don't know about like coaching, but potentially like mental coach, right? Because and not to go too much into it, but I love psychology, and you can ask anybody that's played with me. I'm the teammate that you could make the biggest mistake ever, and even if it cost the game, the whole series, I'm the teammate saying, "Dude, it's fine, it's okay. We move on, we regain. Like, don't worry about it." Because I
that's
go ahead.
that's where guys that are older like you and I who have a lot of life experiences,
Yeah.
we bring that to the table.
Yep.
The ultimate fact is these guys already know how to play the game.
Yep.
So we're
True.
just there to kind of help them succeed with the environmental success and making it an open conversation and setting all the right stuff so that they can succeed. And a lot of the work is done, beforehand.
Yeah.
And just, you just need to get the right environment so that they can all kind of succeed and peak and get in that state of flow.
Yep, I fully agree with it, and you're 100% right. It comes with kind of age because obviously when I was a teenager, even early to mid 20s, I would rage at games, and I was not the same type of person. But we'll go ahead and move on to our last segment before I let y'all go. We would go about there. We try to keep around 40-45 minutes. So that's outside of Rocket League. So. This time we'll switch it up. We'll start with Realize this time. So Realize you're 19, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're out of high school.
Yeah, I'm in college.
Okay, so that's what I was. Yeah. So what are you in college for?
Business, finance, and administration.
Okay, I like that. And do you know kind of the career path you want to do with that, or are you just kind of rocking out right now?
Um, I probably like will end up switching majors at some point, but right now I like it so far.
Gotcha.
Um, I mean, I was just kind of wanted to go to college, so and I had to kind of go for something, so I thought business would be like a good move. Because in high school, I already had like concurrent enrollment in it,
Okay.
so
I like that. I like that. It's you definitely have a much better head on your shoulders than I did at 19. I was wilding out back then, so I absolutely love that. And let me ask you about, like high school. Did you play any sports in high school or what's kind of your hobbies outside of gaming?
yeah. So during high school, I played soccer for my team and for a club. That's also kind of a reason I got into Rocket League. Uh, I don't know, just because I like soccer and this game's kind of like it. So I did high school soccer for all 4 years. And then my senior year, I was second team all county in my state. So
Nice.
that's what
That's
that
that's
was. And
legit.
then, yeah. And then outside of soccer, I like to go. So I live in Colorado. So skiing and snowboarding are kind of a must.
Oh,
So I'll do
nice.
that every
Okay.
once in a while.
What do you prefer out of the two?
Uh, Probably snowboarding.
Yeah, same. I snowboard as well. I'm in Tennessee, so the mountains aren't quite as good as
Yeah.
out there. But yeah, I absolutely love to snowboard. And I love it because, well, real quick, Big shout out to Deleted XD. Thank you for the big rating. By just joining in, we're actually towards the end of our podcast with 3/4 of young whippersnappers. We got Coach Jesu, Realize, and Skippy in here. But yeah, I love snowboarding as well. And it's crazy because I notice a lot of the really high level, not just Rocket League, but esports. I notice a lot of them, not only played other sports competitively, but a lot of times to good results. It's almost like that competitive nature just runs in your veins or something like that. So that doesn't surprise me. And I also love to hear that you played soccer before. Let me ask you, do you think that gives you any type of edge to learning Rocket League, or because I hear differing
Uh,
opinions on this?
I mean, maybe like when you first start the game. I
Yeah.
don't really know. I don't think so, to be honest. But yeah,
I hear
I don't think
hockey.
soccer.
I hear hockey and soccer. Like some
Hockey
people
might.
say it gives you an edge.
Yeah,
Some people say no, it just makes you kind of like it. But what? So
yeah.
what did you say you were second in state in soccer?
Not second in the state, but like my second team, our
Ah,
county,
okay, okay, I got you.
like in my state.
Yeah,
Yeah, for soccer.
yeah, nice. Well, I love that. So soccer, snowboarding, college, and obviously a lot of Rocket League. I love it. Any plans for like CRL or no because you guys
Uh,
are doing so well?
I don't know. I mean, if I get like a scholarship for it, I'll probably do it just because of like financial reasons.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think I'll like if I don't think I'll do CRL. Like if I don't get a scholarship, but if I do, then yeah, I'll definitely do it.
nice. Yeah, I don't blame you. And I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure you could probably pretty easily get a scholarship.
Oh
So
yeah.
so hopefully we'll see you there. I cast for a Great Lake CRL, so hopefully we'll see you up there with like
Oh.
Cam and them.
Yeah.
But yeah, appreciate it. Love it. And we'll move on to Skippy. So Skippy's 16, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're still in high school, so kind of same thing, you play any sports, anything like that? What other, hobbies do you have outside of gaming?
I mean, I don't do sports because I have epilepsy. I can't really
Okay,
do like
okay.
sports.
Yeah.
So I don't really. I mean, like I ride my dirt bike, even though I literally shouldn't.
Okay, okay.
I mean, I don't really do anything other than like I help my
Grind.
parents, and I grind, and yeah, mainly it.
Gotcha. I love it. And yeah, it's obviously you can't play football, even basketball, soccer, anything like that. You have the risk of getting hit hard or going down and hitting your head. So, I don't
Yeah.
blame you one bit for not taking that risk, especially when you're so talented at, gaming and esports. Which I won't lie, I'm so jealous of you guys that like, I'm sure Jesu shares this sentiment as well. But it's like, man, I wish esports were a thing when I was in high school or even college. So I love it. But I guess last thing I'll ask you then is, do you have any plans after high school? You wanting to play CRL? Are you ready? Do you already know you want to
I
go to
mean,
college for something?
I want to go to college for something,
Okay.
but like I I probably will go for CRL unless I'm already like a pro. If I'm a pro, I'm probably not gonna go for CRL. But
Yeah. It's funny because we talked about this on the Great Lakes podcast, but you're almost going to see people going backwards where they go pro first, take their career out, and then like, all right, now that that's done, I'm going to get a scholarship, go to college, and get a free education. And it's going to be backwards to traditional sports. But yeah, so I mean we've been rocking about 40-45 minutes, so we're gonna wrap it up. I gotta say, big shout out to y'all. This will be on YouTube. I'll make sure to tag you guys on Twitter and everything when I put it out. But can't thank you guys enough. We can do in order: Skippy, Realize, Jesu. If you guys have any shout outs, any last words, anything you guys want to say, shout outs, whatever it is, now's the time.
yeah, shout out to Panda since
Yeah.
he
Shout
can't
out
make
to
it.
all the Canadians out there.
Shout to Soares because no
Yeah.
one
Shout out to
shouts out
Source.
no one shouts our Saab and he hates it. But
Yeah.
and Wolfie the
And Aldo.
manager.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go. I love it. Well, all right then,
Aldo.
boys. Or what'd you say, Jesu?
Oh, nothing.
He said he's just talking smack. He's talking smack. Maybe one day, maybe after you guys make a major something like that, we'll have all of you back on with Panda, do a part 2 one day, because I had a blast. I love talking with you guys. And yeah, that'll do it, man. Thank y'all so much for coming on. Y'all have a great night.
Thanks for having
You
us.
too.
Thank you.
Peace, boys.
Peace out.